Welcome to the Halloween version of the 2016 OCFOA Plays of the Week. I'm your host, Mark Andrews. This is our final episode of the Plays of the Week for 2016. All the plays and interpretations have been approved by Chad Wilson, and a lot of these plays were submitted by Steve Coover, CIF Rules Interpreter. Let's get rocking. Hey guys, before we get started, something I noticed the other day when I was looking at one of these videos, and that is that sometimes the videos, when you bring them up on YouTube, will look fuzzy like this one. And if that's the case, you need to go over to Settings and change the quality. Now you choose the highest quality available, and you can see the difference here between the two. And also don't forget that you can view in full screen, which I have right here, or we can go large screen or regular. So you click on this theater mode to make it larger, or full screen for the entire monitor. Alright, let's get started. Okay guys, this is an unusual play. I've only seen it once before in my experience, and I actually blew an inadvertent whistle on this play. Not this particular play, but a play like this. So I want you guys to, not do that and get it right. So let's take a look at it. Snap over the punter's head. He's running for his life, and he does get a punt off. Now, let's take a look at where the line of scrimmage is. It's right here on the 40, and where the ball is received, it's right here on the 31. So the ball is caught by K behind the line of scrimmage. Now we know that normally that catch of a scrimmage kick would cause the ball to become dead, but because this ball was caught behind the line of scrimmage, it's a live ball. Let's take a look at why. Normally any catch by K of a scrimmage kick would cause the ball to become dead. That's covered in 624. But you'll note in 624 it's always beyond the neutral zone. Beyond the neutral zone, it's said over and over again in the rule. 623 actually covers this situation. Any K player may catch or recover a scrimmage kick while it is in or behind the neutral zone and advance, unless it's during a try. Alright guys, we covered this topic earlier in the season, but let's go over it again. We got playoffs coming, we got to get this right. Here's Corona Centennial against Norco this last week. Got an interception. Okay, there's the interception. You can see the back judge is in great position to make a ruling on this play. Let's watch it in slow motion. Player comes down in bounds, goes into the end zone. Let's take a look at it from the end zone view, get a better look at it. There's the interception, and as we said, yard and a half away from the end zone, clear possession. His momentum takes him into the end zone. So what do we have here, guys? What we have is a ball carrier, a runner, carrying the ball into his own end zone where it becomes dead. What is that? It's a safety. So this should be 2 points for Norco, right? No. It is covered by the momentum exception, which you see on the screen. The exception says when a defensive player intercepts an opponent's forward pass, intercepts or recovers an opponent's fumble or backward pass, or an R player catches or recovers a scrimmage kick or free kick between his 5-yard line and the goal line, that's important, and his original momentum carries him into the end zone, or the ball is declared dead in his team's possession, or it goes out of bounds in the end zone, the ball belongs to the team in possession at the spot where the pass or fumble was intercepted or recovered, or the kick was caught or recovered. That means this ball should be spotted at the 1.5-yard line, 1st and 10 for Corona Centennial. Did our officiating crew get it right? Let's take a look at the next play. We've got Corona Centennial ball, 1st and 10 from the 20. They ruled the play a touchback. That's incorrect. So this is another great play sent in by Steve Coover on a kickoff. And note his comment, every free kick, think onside. We've been harping on that this year. I hope you guys are all into that, especially the officials that are on the restraining lines. Try to work every free kick perfectly. We know that's tough, especially the first of the game and the first of the second half. Let's watch this play. It's really well officiated. So the first thing we're going to have is a potential hold by the receiving team on this player right here. Okay? Now watch this. I'm going to let it run in real time. Now is that a hold? Steve says no. Great pass on the foul on the defender overpowering the blocker, not a pullover, but the defender was providing the force. Let's run this in slow motion now so you can see it. Look at that. He just, this is an overpowering force initiated by the K team. Great hustle by the flank official. The back judge is in great position. Now watch this on your upper left. Look at that. We got a block in the back. And who gets it? The back judge got it. Just a great job of not watching the ball. He knew that the flank official has the spot. He's got, an accurate spot, and that guy got that block in the back. Just a great job. All right, another kickoff. Let's take a look at what happens here. Right? Okay. Keep an eye on this, guys. Okay. This is a tough call for the line judge. Is that guy on the far end, is he over that pane of glass? It's really, it's tough. He doesn't throw a flag on this. I'm not saying it is a flag. But again, remember, it's a pane of glass on a onside or pooch kick. Watch this. Watch the guy. Let's take that back and run it in slow-mo. Watch the receiver. He's right here. Watch the hit. Okay, we are not going to allow that, right, guys? Great flag. They got a flagrant foul on this. Okay, let's talk about what flagrant fouls are. Are we a foul so severe or extreme that it places an opponent in danger of serious injury? And then he makes the point that we need to adjust the flag to the proper spot. Yeah, but just a great pickup on that foul. Okay, guys, we're going to use this play to do a couple of things. First is just to view a missed foul and talk about why, and also to go over responsibilities. So this is going to be a little busy and a little wordy, but stay with me. We got playoffs coming up. We need to get this right. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a formation that's strong to the head linesman's side. We have this receiver off, and this receiver is uncovered, so he is eligible. This receiver is on, so that is the responsibility of the flank official on that side, the line judge. So we see the back judge has the tight end, the head linesman has this wide receiver that's off, and these backs will come into play as they move to one side of the field or the other. All right. We talk a lot about snap, tackle, back as the progression for our flanks, and what does that mean? It means that at the snap or pre-snap, we need to look for any line of scrimmage fouls. So that could include encroachment by the offense or the defense. It could include a false start by the offense. We can help out with snap infractions by the center, even though that's the primary responsibility of the umpire. The flanks can get that as well. The next progression is we go to the tackle. And what does that mean? Well, we're doing two things there. We are trying to determine what type of play it is based on the type of blocking that the tackle goes into, whether he fires out, that would indicate a run, or he stands up and pass blocks. Obviously, that indicates a pass. We could have a draw, but typically we're going to have a pass. All right? Now, the other thing we want to read is how pressed our receiving keys are. In this case, there is no pressure on the receivers. You can see how far off this defender is here, and we can't even see the defender for this receiver. So, flank officials, we want to stay with our line to make sure we don't have fouls. We're looking for illegal low blocks and holding. All right, let's go forward here and see what we got. All right, so we've got the lineman going into a pass block, so we read pass. But again, flanks do not come off off your tackles and go to your receivers immediately if they're not being pressed. Now look at this on 75 here, just holding 99. And who has this? It's the responsibility of the flank official and the referee. Either one of those guys, even the umpire could get this, okay? But nobody got it in this case. So now there's a big restriction by 75 that should definitely be a flag coming out. For whatever reason, now our line judge is looking at this play and sees this action, but probably didn't see any of the preceding action, so he doesn't throw a flag. I'm not sure what the referee was looking at, but he missed it too. Now, at this point, the line judge should be looking at his key. Okay, but he's left his key, and he's looking at the quarterback. He glances down. Now he's got progress. Gets a good progress spot, but we did not get that foul for holding. Well, they say you learn something new every day, and this is definitely something new for me. I have never seen this before, so let's take a look at this. Steve points out the importance of a pregame question. Do you have any special plays or formations tonight? Watch the left guard. So let's take a look at this play and see what happens. Watch the left guard. He pulls, he turns, he takes a handoff, and he gets a first down. And look at Steve's comment. Legal forward handing of the ball as the lineman clearly faced his end line by moving both feet in a half turn and was at least 1 yard behind his line when he received the ball. He's quoting a rule, and I'm thinking, what is he talking about? So, get into the rule book. And there it is. It's under Section 3, handing the ball, which, of course, covers about 70% of our, of any game, is a running game, and there's usually handing involved. And never looked at this rule before. Never looked at this particular part of the rule. So let's take a look. No player may hand the ball forward except during a scrimmage down, provided both players are in or behind the neutral zone, and it is to, and here it is, 732A, a lineman who has clearly faced his end line by moving both feet in a half turn and is at least 1 yard behind his line when he receives the ball. So that's the situation. And so if we have a handoff to an interior lineman, that's the requirement. He has to make a half turn, face his end line, and then take the ball at least 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage. The other possibility, of course, is the one we see all the time. It's to a back or a teammate who at the snap was on the end of his line and was not the snapper nor adjacent to the snapper. So they obviously don't have that requirement to turn a half a turn. And so let's talk about handing, guys. Let's just go over it real quick. Article 1 says any player may hand the ball backward at any time. We know that. So that means that beyond the line of scrimmage, backward handing is fine. It's legal. We're going to let it happen. Article 3, during a scrimmage down after a change of team possession, no player may hand the ball forward to a teammate. So change of possessions include interceptions, fumbles, and scrimmage kicks. We're not going to allow forward handing at any time during those plays. All right, that's it. So this is a great clip for the flank officials. Guys, remember when we judge where the ball is spotted on a play out of bounds, it's where the ball crosses the sideline. Not where the player lands, not where his body is. It's where the ball was when it crossed that sideline. So think of the sideline as a pane of glass. Where did the ball penetrate that pane of glass? That's our spot. Let's take a look at this play. We've got a couple other interesting things in this play. Steve's pointing out the line to gain is the 22. And here he talks about areas of responsibility. When I first watched this play, I thought that this action here was a block in the back, but it's not. It's actually a feet tangle. You'll see that on the end zone view. Okay, he leaves his feet at about the 25. Stretches for the 22. Now he's out of bounds at this point, guys. You're going to see this on the next view. Lands at the 22. Let's take a look at the other end viewpoint. Okay, here we go. So first, let's take a look at that potential block in the back. It's going to involve these players right here. Watch the feet get tangled. Okay, there's almost no contact at all. Now let's watch what happens here. That's his last moment in bounds. Okay, he's at about the 25. Okay, the ball has crossed the sideline right here. Watch how far he goes. Okay, so he lands 2 yards out of bounds at the stake. Momentum at an angle out of bounds. So Steve's talking about a concept here. So at an angle out of bounds, we are not going to give him where he lands. We have to determine where the ball broke that plane. No way possible for this to be a first down. Correctly ruled short by 1 yard. Great job. This next play is actually 2 plays, and I show it for a number of reasons. One is there's a foul in each play, and the second is the foul is committed by the same player. So I want to introduce the concept of bad actors to the newer officials. When we see a player do what you're about to see, we want to kind of put that in our memory banks and keep a special eye on this player. So we're going to have roughing the quarterback. You're not going to see it in this shot, but I show this angle so you can see where the play started on the 24 there, and so we can see if the foul was recognized by the officials, because you can't see a flag. But there's the contact by 4. Watch this. I mean, the ball is well away. Hit in the back. Steve says it's very late, so it could be considered a personal foul. But let's stay conservative and go with roughing the passer. I agree with that. Let's punish the offender as much as possible on this particular play. There's no excuse for that foul. Okay, so the next play, the ball's on the 12, so we know we got the foul, and it was enforced half the distance. So this is an interception, and we're going to have a foul by 4 again. There's the interception. Now watch 4. He's got his sights on B54 there. Now, we've talked about when we want to get our antenna up for blindside blocks. This is one of those situations. We have an interception. Look at 54's attention is on the runner, and he has no idea he's about to be contacted by 4. Let's watch it. All right, so what do we got there, guys? It's a blindside block, right? Let's see if our officiating crew gets it. There's 4 again. Just keep your eye on him. Here's the hit. 1 flag, 2 flags, 3 flags. Outstanding. So here's an interesting play. Look at Steve's comment here. Sometimes we get fooled. Keep an eye on 44 there, B44. Short out pass to the sideline. 44 is pursuing. And he realizes that this receiver is off to the races. So watch what he does. He gets ahead of A70 there, who's a lineman, a little slower than he is, and he starts to slow down. And then he does a great job of acting, oh no, don't hit me. 70's protecting himself. Little hands to the back there. That is not a block in the back. Defender ran in front of the blocker and slowed down, and just as the blocker put his hands out for balance, he flops to the ground. I don't know about well done. I'm not a big fan of cheating, but okay. And here's what happens next, okay? So this foul was reported as a dead ball foul. How is this a dead ball foul? Let's take a look at this. Where does the foul occur? Okay. The runner is about at the 19 when the contact between 70 and 44 occurs. There is no way that this is a dead ball foul, and it can't be reported that way. We just lose all credibility when that happens. So, Steve points out, live or dead ball foul. We penalize as a dead ball, but runner was on the 15. Okay, I'd say 19, but okay, whatever. It's not a dead ball. He hasn't crossed the goal line. So, what do we need when we report fouls? We need to know the type of play. Is it a loose ball play or is it a running play? We need to know the foul, block in the back, the team that committed the foul. In this case, it would be A. The number of the offender. Hopefully we get that. The status of the ball. That refers to live or dead. And the result of the play, which in this case is a touchdown. All of that information is required by the referee in order to enforce the foul correctly and to determine whether the clock is going to start on the snap or on the ready.